everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I want to welcome you to the July 24th, 2024 Vinyl Treasure Show. It's my all 60s edition. I spin 1960s 45s, all soul 45s out of my collection. We're here from 9 p.m. till midnight with maybe a little bit of overtime here. So welcome to the program on this muggy day here in New York City, but hopefully you had better weather than we've had terrible weather here in the New York area, so I love the fall. It's not because of football season, it's because I love the fall. But we opened up tonight's 60s edition with a trumpeter, band leader, arranger, and producer, born in Ashland, Mississippi, but raised in Memphis, Tennessee, formed his own band back in 1954, would become the house band at the Home of the Blues label, and I think he first recorded back on the Stomper Time record label. He backed up the Kings on a rare 45, 2 releases they had on Stomper Time, but had a whole bunch of releases on the High record label, and eventually became the president of High Records. He had 24 releases for High Records between 1963 and 1973. His biggest hit was in 68 with a song called Soul Serenade. This was his seventh release called Woodchopper's Ball, written by Joe Bishop and Woody Herman. This charted number 27 on KXOX in St. Louis, Missouri from September 68. Our opener, Willie Mitchell on High Records, Woodchopper's Ball. Well, John G's not going to chop around anymore. Let's open up the vocal portion here with this singer out of Nashville, Tennessee, first recording back in 1959 on the Rich record label. Other releases followed on Smash, Boom, and Scepter, but then he signed with Philips Records in 1966, had 7 releases. His first release on the Philips label would become his biggest hit, a song called Sunny. But let's give a listen to the follow-up of that that release. Actually, I think this is the intended B-side, a tune written by Jerry Ross, who also produced it, and Joe Renzetti, who arranged it. This did chart locally, number 21 on KXLY in Spokane, Washington. Let's go to September of 1966. I didn't see Tony Crosby in the chat room there, but I'll send it out to him because I know he likes this record. He will be joining us shortly, but this is Bobby Hebb. Bobby Hebb on the Philips label. It's called Love, Love, Love.
That makes my day seem brighter. Love is your arms around me, makes my troubles lighter. When I hold your hand so tightly, I feel that I am stronger. I feel so much about you, I just can't wait no longer. For the wonderful touch of your lips, the wonderful warmth of desire. Setting my soul on fire. Baby, love is a dream come true. Love is a girl like you. Love knows no limits, baby. It's sweet and yet there's heartache. Love is the sound of laughter a boy and girl make. Sweet love is all around you. Though love itself is vain, in love there's so much pleasure, and yet there's so much pain. For the wonderful touch of your lips, the wonderful warmth
open up the vocal portion there from September 1966. Bobby Hebb on the Phillips record label. We'll send that one out to Tony Crosby, listening in the UK. He's in our YouTube chat room. That's Love, Love, Love is the name of the tune. Actually, A Satisfied Mind was a side I think that was pushed here, at least on the radio here. But my aunt bought that 45 for that side. She used to listen. She used to she used to work in a bar called the Tea for Two, and there was a jukebox there. And Seymour used to come in and fill the jukebox with records, and she would get to listen to. He said, "Mary, you can play every record in the jukebox. You got the A and B side. I set them all up to play one after another. You could reject it if you don't like to hear the song. Just reject it. It'll go to the next song." So that's how she knew about all these B-sides and whatnot. So, and then he would, of course, unload that jukebox. I don't know when. I don't know when they would come, if it was every week or whatever. But she would eventually buy the boxes, maybe not that specific box from that jukebox, but others he would carry in the trunk of his car. And she'd give him like $20, and she would get it was $2. She'd get 10 boxes of records, 25 records in each box, but it was potluck. And she'd have cool records like that in the box. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition. Let's go to Newark, New Jersey for this next singer. She was 19 years old when she recorded back for Cub Records in 1963. In 1964, she had a release on the Atco record label, and this was her third overall release. It came out on the Blue Cat record label. I think Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, they managed this Blue Cat record label. This tune, written and produced by George Kerr, arranged by Robert Banks, and both sides of this 45 are good, I'd say. But this is the intended B-side from July 66. Let's give a listen to Linda Jones, early Linda Jones on the Blue Cat record label. It's called You Hit Me Like TNT. Yes, 2 styrene 45s in a row. Although the actually was 3 styrene 45s in a row, because that Willie Mitchell was a styrene press on the High label, then the Phillips label, and this Blue Cat. Although the Blue Cat to DJs, they can be vinyl presses, as were the the Redbird records too, but that is Linda Jones. Linda Jones from July 66 on the Blue Cat record label. You Hit Me Like TNT is the name of the tune. Now in 67 she would sign with Loma Records, had 6 more releases. Hypnotized was her big record on that Loma record label. Also releases on the Turbo label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to Joe Evans' Carnival record label for this next of 45, as this singer was born and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina, but moved to Jersey City, New Jersey. His real name was Philip Terrell Flood, but he shortened it just to Phil Terrell. He cut 2 singles on the Carnival record label. Let's give a listen to his first. He's being backed up on this one by the Manhattans, but they are uncredited. Let's go to October of 1965. Let's give a listen to Phil Terrell on the Carnival record label. It's called I'm Just a Young Boy. It was great finding records like that out in the wild. I had no money at the time. I was in high school, so I used to go to garage sales and flea markets. Many of you know that, but you come across a box of records, and sometimes, you're like, oh, these are all scratched up. That one actually played pretty well. It's got a BB hole in it, but I didn't care. You really can't be choosy when you get records like that for a quarter. That is Mr. Phil Terrell. Phil Terrell from October 65, his first of 2 on the Carnival record label, I'm Just a Young Boy. I wish I was a young boy. I wish, but don't we all? But let's continue here. Here's a flip side request from last week as we go to Detroit, Michigan, as I featured the Dynamics on the Big Top record label, their second release on Dynamic called And That's a Natural Fact. I think it was Mark Speck that typed on my Facebook wall that if he was in the chat room, he would have requested the flip side. So I read that, and I told Charlene we're going to play the flip side for Mark Speck. So let's flip that 45 over. This tune written by Joseph M. MacArthur, produced by David Fox. This charted number 46 on CKLW in Windsor, Ontario. Okay, so Darren, what's the label? Was this Big Top Records out in Ontario, or was it on the Quality label? I don't know. But let's send this one out to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, and we'll also send it out to Darren. Okay, here we go. March 64, the Dynamics on the Big Top label. It's called I Wanna Know.
gonna love me. I wanna know, if there's gonna be some misery. I wanna know, if we ever love again. I wanna know, if I'm gonna be the end. I love you, thought you love me, I wanna know, if I made you blue. I wanna know, because now I wanna be true. I wanna know, baby, what did I do? I wanna know, because now I am all for you. I love you, thought you love me,
So won't you tell me now, 'cause I wanna know. Won't you tell me please, is it really so?
I just got to know right now. I just can't wait no longer. I got to know right now. I just can't wait no longer.
As going out to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Dynamics. They're out of Detroit, Michigan. That's Mark 64. That's their second release on the Big Top record label. I Wanna Know is the name of the tune. Johnny G wants to know if you're digging on the Vinyl Treasure Show, the 60s edition. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also live on Oldies and More Radio. It's from 9 p.m. to midnight right here. We'll do a little bit of overtime as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And, well, you might hear that air conditioning in the back. It's off currently, so you probably don't hear a hum because I got the AC on, and it shuts off when the thermostat gets up to 70. So it must be 70 up here. So as long as it's cooler outside, well, that won't go on. If it's hot outside, that thing is on constantly. But anyway, let's continue here. And let's fill a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Now, when the Dubs broke up in late 1958, lead singer Richard Blandon joined the Vocaliers for a short period of time, sang on their Old Town release. Then in September of 59, Blandon reformed the Dubs. They signed with ABC Paramount Records, but after 5 releases, the group went back to George Goldner to record a couple of sessions with Goldner, from which 2 singles were released, and War requested their first. Came out on Goldner's End record label. It features Richard Blandon on lead. We go to February 1962 for the Dubs on End by request for Warren Russell. It's called Now That We Broke Up. This is for Warren.
Bump, shoo shoo, shoo you wa shoo shoo, bump, shoo shoo, shoo you wa shoo shoo, bump, shoo shoo, shoo you wa shoo shoo, bump, shoo you wa shoo shoo shoo.
Now that we broke up, my love,
Shoo shoo shoo.
I'm left alone without a reason why. And though I know that lovers have to cry when two lovers say goodbye, why did love you, dear, and I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry.
Why did we break up? Shoot, shoot.
I don't want to break up. Darling, let us make up. Why did we break up? A break up, my love.
Do you want shoot, shoot, bump, shoot, shoot? Do you want shoot, shoot, bump, shoot, shoot? Do you want shoot, shoot, bump? Do you want shoot?
Oops, it's going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat. And that's the sound of Richard Blandon and the Dubs from February 62 on George Goldner's N record label. Now That We Broke Up is the name of the tune. That second single was released on the Gone label in September 62 called You're Free to Go, which I have featured on my Saturday night program. Johnny G is your Wednesday night DJ here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream as we continue here. And let's go to Orlando, Florida. Give a listen to this gal as she worked for Big May Bell, who was the one who encouraged her to sing. Her first release was in 1962 on the Douglas record label. Other releases followed on Jubilee and the Harris label. Her biggest hit was on Jubilee, a song called Cry to Me from 1963, but she recorded 10 on the Sansu record label out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's give a listen to her third, written by Alan Toussaint, produced by Alan Toussaint and Marshall Sehorn, and arranged by Alan Toussaint. This is from May 66. Her name is Betty Harris. Betty Harris on the Sansu label. It's called 12 Red Roses.
To get the best of me. 12 red roses don't mean a thing. I'm gonna throw them away one by one in the sadness they bring. This one reminds me of the day I met you, full of life and love and a similar pleasure. Two representing the good times together. This one keeps on changing like the weather. Oh, that fall, that horrible fall. When you walked out the door, the fourth month, the fourth day at 4 o'clock in the morning, I think I never see you no more. 5 knocks rapping on my door. 6 steps, I made it across my floor.
Jazz May 1966 release there for Betty Harris. That's her third of 10 on the Sansu record label. 12 Red Roses is the name of the tune, and she's got some other cool records on the Sansu record label. As we continue here on the All 60s edition for a Wednesday evening, and I was saddened to hear about the passing of the last surviving member of the Four Tops. Miami Santi mentioned it in the Oldies and More chat room there, that Abdul Duke, is it Fakir, F-A-K-I-R, and he passed away on July 22nd, 2024 from heart failure. He was 88 years old, so all of the Four Tops are no longer alive, but we will always remember them with their music. So I wanted to think of a good record to play, and this was my aunt's favorite record by the group out of Detroit, Michigan. Of course, going back first to 1955 on the Chateau record label, backing up Carolyn Hayes on one, I think Dolores Carroll on the other. I still need one of those 45s. I forget which one. I think it's the Dolores one. But they signed with Chess Records in 56, a song that I feature on the Saturday night program. I forget the name of it here. In 1960 and 62, they had a couple of singles on the Columbia and Riverside record labels, and in 64, they met up with Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label, had 33 releases between the years July of 64 and July of 1985. This is the B-side to their 18th release on the Motown label. The A-side was called Wet as a Man, which charted number 53 on Billboard and 52 on Cashbox, but my Aunt Mary bought the 45 for the B-side, a tune written by Raynoma Gordy Singleton, who played a vital role in the early days of Motown as the business partner and the second wife to Berry Gordy Jr. And it features the late, great Levi Stubbs on lead. But this side did chart, too. It charted number 14 on WHAT in Philadelphia. Let's go to April of 1969 for the Four Tops, as we remember Duke Fakir, if I said it right. The Four Tops on Motown Records with Don't Bring Back Memories.
Don't bring back memories. Can't you let the past, let it remain in the past. Don't bring back memories. A love affair that fell through, but we must find that inner strength that one needs to start anew. It's with my deepest regret, baby, I must forget we ever met. I've got some life yet to live, baby, I've got a lot of love left to give. I've got to find somebody new. By my side, girl, baby, protect her, always be a guide. Now, don't you bring me those worn-out memories, girl. Now, don't you bring me those obsolete memories. Now, my heart can't stand it. I don't need those memories, girl. Baby, now don't you do it. My heart can't take it. Girl,
April 1969 B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the four tops on the Motown record label. That is the B-side to What Is a Man, song entitled Don't Bring Back Memories, as we remember the late Abdul Duke Fakir. Thank you, Darren, for that. If you ever find out that Johnny G... Reed does it quite a bit, and also sometimes Darrell also does the phonetic spelling. Johnny G has problems sometimes pronouncing names. I do, but that in the memory of Abdul Fakir, he was the last surviving member of the Four Tops. They are all gone now. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you dig what Johnny G is doing. As we go back to Philadelphia here for this girl group sound. Initially, this group recorded as the Yum Yums on the ABC Paramount record label. I don't have that record, but my guest host, who was here, last Sunday, brought that record along with him. No, he didn't bring that record along with him. Maybe next time he comes in September, he will bring that 45, because I don't have that Yum Yums on the ABC label. And in 68, they became Honey and the Bees. They had 5 releases on the Arctic record label. Then they signed with Jerry Blaine's Josie label in 1970. Here is their 6th and final release on the Josie record label. It's a cover tune also, as this was first done by the Royalettes. The Royalettes did it in 1965 on the MGM record label, but it says medley. It says, so there's another record on here. I just can't remember what it was when I was playing it. But this charted number 23 on WMBM in Miami, Florida. We go to August of 71. Touch of the 70s here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Honey and the Bees on the Josie label with their tune called It's Gonna Take a Miracle Medley.
To blind to see you
Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. That released in August of 71. That's Honey and the Bees on the Josie record label with, I guess, a bunch of covers there, doing a bunch of Teddy Randazzo tunes done by that one there. It's Gonna Take a Miracle is the name of that one, but there were also Little Anthony and the Imperials tunes embedded in that medley of tunes there. The Honey and the Bees, It's Gonna Take a Miracle medley. Their sixth and final release on the Josie record label. Johnny G here spinning my 45s as we fill a request for Edmund Williams. He was in our YouTube chat room earlier, but he requested Otis Redding. Otis Redding had 19 releases on the Volt record label. This was his 11th release, a tune written by Steve Cropper and Eddie Floyd and Deanie Parker. This was a big number 3 record on KATZ in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go to May of 1966 for Otis Redding on the Volt record label. It's called Don't Mess with Cupid. This is for Edmund.
You must have thought my love was the bomb, honey. You tried to spend it like a dollar. You got the right string, baby, but no yo-yo is the wrong color. Now, honey, let me tell you, don't you mess with Cupid, no, no. Cupid, he's not stupid, baby. Don't you mess with Cupid, no, no. Cupid, he's not stupid, man, no, you thought my love was just a rub on the floor, honey. Just to walk on and nothing more, baby. You just don't seem to understand that I'm a man, baby, and I'm full-grown man, honey. I'm telling you, don't you mess with Cupid, no, no. Cupid, he's not stupid, baby. Don't you mess with Cupid, baby. Cupid, he's not stupid, no, no, no. When I look for you, you're never home, honey. Like a lamp, you turn me on and on, baby. But like a shade that dim the light, when it's on, baby, I can't do nothing right. I'm warning you, baby, don't you mess with this Cupid, no, no, baby. Baby, he's not stupid, no, no, don't mess with me. Baby, don't mess with me. And I'm just a man, baby, full-grown man. I don't want you to mess with me. Don't win my life, honey. Don't play with Cupid, baby. Hey, 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 hey. I got to tell you, baby. Tell you all about it, honey. I'm not gonna fool for you. I'm just a guy.
As by request for Edmund Williams there, the sound of Otis Redding. That is his 11th release on the Volt record label from May 1966. Don't Mess with Cupid. That's a pretty cool record. He also wants me to play the flip side of the 45, so we will do that. Edmund normally, not all the time, but most of the time, requests the flip side of the... Hold on. Talk on the mic here. Request the flip sides of the 45s here. So let's flip this 45 over. Now this tune written by Otis Williams, and looks like this record was played here in New York City, a big number 2 record on a WWRL. As we flip over Don't Mess with Cupid, requested by Edmund Williams. He also requested the flip side here from May 66. Otis Redding on Volt Records. It's called My Lover's Prayer for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York.
out to you, my love. This is my lover's prayer, and I hope you can understand it, my love. My life is such a weary thing, but in my ears, oh, prayer just ring and ring. You keep me wanting, waiting and wishing, when I know deep down I'm not to blame. What you gonna do tonight when you need some loving arms to hold you tight? Tell me what you gonna do tonight when you need my heavy voice to tell you goodbye. Honey, but you can't let that be no problem. You got to come on home and help me solve them. Yeah, I won't be missing you. And honey, my love affair will be all over. It can't be too serious, we can't talk it over. Living in this misery, darling, you can't make my life all over. Honey, but you don't let there be no problem. Just come on home and help me solve. I won't be missing you. I won't keep missing you, and my love affair will be all over. It got to be all over, honey, all over. Don't keep my life going round so many circles. This is my love affair. Oh, come on home.
Yeah, that's by request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, the A and B side on the Volt record label, the 11th release for Otis Redding from May 1966. My Lover's Prayer is the one we just heard. Prior to that, we heard Don't Mess with Cupid. Don't Mess with Johnny G on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. These original 45s out of my collection. A career of collecting started way back when I was I was 10 years old when my Aunt Mary took me to the record store in White Plains, New York, and she asked me, she said, Johnny, what records do you like? I'll buy a record for you. So I think I asked for the Supremes, You Keep Me Hanging On. I think that was in 66. And what else did I tell her? I know she bought Whispers by Jackie Wilson. I think she bought 96 Tears. She bought Whispers. Then she wanted to look at the oldies section. So she asked the guy, do you have any oldies? And he goes, oh yeah, we got some oldies in the back there. So I think she ended up buying Church Bells May Ring on Oldies 45 because she never had the single, and then she bought Stubborn Kind of Fellow. I think he had original copies of that, and some other ones too. I think what's that? Hello Stranger she got, but that wasn't. I think that was the original. I can't remember. But anyway, it was always fun going to the record store with my Aunt Mary, and she would buy. You bought 10 records, you got the 11th free. That's how you have to buy. And that's how I continued to buy when I started buying on my own. But anyway, I babble on here. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition. We fill a request for Warren Russell. We go back to Detroit, Michigan. This group first recording for the Tri-Fi record label back in 1961. But then they signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label. This is their third release on the label. It features Bobby Smith on lead. Now, this tune written and produced by Ivy Joe Hunter, not Ivory Joe Hunter. They are two completely different people. Ivy Joe Hunter is not Ivory Joe Hunter. And William Stevenson. This bubbled under on the Billboard charts at number 111, was number 16 on the R&B chart, and a big number 4 record if you were listening in Cleveland, Ohio to WJMO. Let's go to March of 1966 for the sound of the Spinners on the Motown record label. This goes out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. It's called Truly Yours. Sound of Motown here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. An early Spinners there, requested by Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's March of 66. Truly Yours is the name of the tune. And let's see, the Temptations and Ivy Joe Hunter did this song in 2005 for the LP Motown Sings Treasures. Of course, later on, the Spinners also recorded on the subsidiary Motown label VIP Records, and also tons of releases on the Atlantic record label. Johnny G is your Wednesday night DJ right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream as we continue here. And fill a request for listener Harry Riles. I saw him in the chat room there as we go out to Los Angeles, California. This group included Clifton Knight, Dave Richardson, and Lester Johnson collectively. They were known as the Invincibles. They had 4 releases on the Warner Brothers record label. This is the B-side to their third, and this is from October of 1965, the Invincibles on Warner Brothers Records for Harry Riles in our YouTube chat room. The song is called, what Johnny G has on Wednesday nights, I Got Soul. October 65 release there for the Invincibles. That's by request for Harry Riles in our YouTube chat room. I Got Soul is the name of the tune. That's their, their third of four for the Warner Brothers record label. They also recorded for Loma Records, a subsidiary, of course, of Warner Brothers, and I think other labels too, as Johnny G loses his mind. As we continue here on the All 60s edition for the younger sister of Larry Henley. Larry Henley was the lead singer of the New Beats. Recorded for the Hickory. They recorded for the Hickory record label. So he was able to get his sister signed to the label. She would have 3 releases for Hickory Records. This was her second, and she didn't want to keep her last name because she wanted to avoid association with her brother, I guess. So she went from Barbara Henley to Barbara Mills. That was her alias. Let's go to November of 65 for Barbara Mills on Hickory Records. It's called Little Things Like That.
I love the way you always feel so proud to hold my hand when we go with the crowd. Every time our lips meet, your kisses seem to tell me never let me go. Oh baby, little things like that make me love you so.
That's November 65 there, the second of three for Barbara Mills, a.k.a. Barbara Henley. That's on the Hickory record label. Little Things Like That is the name of the tune. Little things like giving Johnny G a thumbs up means so much to your host, DJ, here as we continue here on the All 60s edition. Let's go to this singer born in Arkansas but relocated to Compton, California. He was the lead singer of a group called The Symbols. They recorded back in 1962 for the Amazon record label. He wrote the song called One Step Too Far. The record would be re-released under his own name 2 months later after he signed with VJ Records, after he would have his biggest national hit on VJ called Ooh Wee Baby, I Love You, which I did feature here not too long ago. And he had 3 more releases, I think on Exodus Records, 2 on Cadet, but his last 3 came out on the Brunswick record label. Let's give a listen to his first of those 3. Tune he wrote, produced by Carl Davis, a Eugene record, and arranged by Sonny Sanders. This charted number 25 on the R&B chart. This was a big number 6 record if you were listening in Los Angeles, California to KGFJ. Let's go to September of 1969 now for Fred Hughes. Fred Hughes on Brunswick Records. It's called Baby Boy.
Youngest child out of 25. My father was disgusted. My oldest brother got busted, and it's serving time behind that bad moonshine. I was young and in Dallas, but I was cool even then. You could find me in the crib shooting dice with one of my friends. They call me baby boy. I'm part of a new generation. They call me baby boy. Part of a new generation. Now I couldn't dig the soft life, and I really didn't care. I'm of a new generation, and all of that is square. I had to do my thing, cause it was the only thing that mattered. So at the age of 10, I boarded a train for Cincinnati. They call me baby boy. I'm part of a new generation. They call me baby boy. Part of a new generation. Ooh, baby boy. Now it didn't take long to learn what life was all about. Cause I was on my own and there was no room for no doubt. I found a song to sing and learned to play a guitar. That's when I made up my mind that I wanted to be a star. They call me baby boy. I'm part of a new generation. They call me baby boy. Part of a new generation. They call me baby, baby, baby boy. Part of a new generation. I'm the baby, baby, baby boy, part of a new generation. Just call me baby boy, part of a new generation. I'm the baby, baby boy, part of a new generation. Just call me baby boy.
As September 69 release there for Fred Hughes. Fred Hughes on the Brunswick record label. That's his first of three. Baby Boy is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition for some Southern Soul now. This record, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Dave the Rave, you sold me this 45. You know, Dave the Rave, who was here last Sunday, we did 2 marathon shows. We did a part 1 and part 2. You can check it out on the YouTube archives there. It was last Sunday. We did one from 2 to 6, and then I think we did 3 to 12. We did 9 to 12, and Dave brought a lot of soul 45s. I played a few, but Dave was playing records that I don't have in my collection, and I think he sold me this one. He has some duplicates. I even have duplicates too. So we're gonna do the transactions eventually here. We keep on saying it, but we're so busy. We have busy schedules, so it's sometimes hard to. And actually, I got so many duplicates that a lot of my listeners have contacted me. They want to buy my doubles of some of my rare records too, by the way, which I do have duplicates. But I think, Dave, you sold me this one. This group from Memphis, Tennessee, signed with Volt Records, had 2 releases on the label. This was their first, and they are Johnny Fearson and his sister Mary Fearson, along with Marianne Brittenham and Wilbur Mondi. Collectively, they were known as the Dre-Pels. This was their debut single from January 64, the Dre-Pels on the Volt label. The song is called Wondering, parentheses, When My Love Is Coming Home, the Dre-Pels.
Wondering when my love is coming home. I'm here and now. Love is coming home. Yeah. She didn't write or even call. Don't know what she carried on. I guess I'll go and sleep it off. You know I could only stare at the wall 'cause she. Until then I'll be here. When my love is coming home. Oh yeah. My love is coming home. Tears in my eyes. Late in the midnight hour, babe. I can't get along without you. Come on home to me, baby. Come on.
January 64 release there for the Dre-Pels. Dre-Pels on the Volt record label, Wondering, parentheses, Where My Love Is Coming Home. I would say coming from. I know where it's coming from, but now coming home. That's their first of 2 on the Volt record label. I know that was a double, Dave the Rave. You wouldn't sell me a record that you had only one of, would you now? No, I don't think so. Maybe you would. Maybe you would trade for a record that you really would have wanted, because I would have done that. I did do that, although I never did that before. But anyway, Johnny G babbles on here for a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here for this next singer, born in Elberton, Georgia, but he moved to Philadelphia when he was 4 years old. He was a member of a group in the 50s called the Gainers, which included lead singer Garnet Mims. But when the group signed with Mercury Records, he would leave that group. And in 1966, he met up with Jerry Ragavoy, who penned his debut 45, which came out on Ragavoy's Utopia record label, which I don't have. But when Ragavoy started working and producing for Verve Records, this singer followed. He would have 8 releases on the Verve label. Let's give a listen to his fourth. This tune written, produced, and arranged by Jerry Ragavoy. This was a big #1 record on WTRX. If you were listening in Flint, Michigan, that's up by Darrell Letts, I think, Darrell. This is from May 1967. His name is Howard Tate. Howard Tate on the Verve label. It's called Baby, I Love You. Howard Tate.
So much heartaches and put you through misery. Yes, I did. Baby, I made some bad mistakes. Hey, don't leave me, my heart is gonna break. Baby, baby, I love you. But I love you. I love you. If you believe in mercy, now's the time to show it. Yes, it is. My love is yours alone, and I'll make sure you know it. Yes, I will. Baby, I'll be your loving man. Your every wish will be my command. Baby, baby, I love you. But I love you. I love you, baby. You got to give me a chance to make it all up to you. What you need to make you happy, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I will. Baby, if you should go away, I couldn't live without you for a single day. Baby, 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 I love you. But I love you. I love you. But I love you, baby. But I love you, baby.
May 1967 there for Howard Tate. Howard Tate on the Verve record label. That's his fourth release, 4th of 8. Baby, I Love You is the name of the tune. If you have a request, you want to get in touch with your disc jockey here, send Johnny G an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the hotline for all requests, and I forward them over to Charlene, and she helps me. She does the research for me. We give lots of information about the groups, and not a lot of the shows don't do that. They just play the records, but we give a history. Plus, sometimes I have a history of how I collected these things and how they ended up in my record boxes here, which is always a lot of fun. I usually have some pretty cool stories that a lot of the listeners like to hear. But let us continue here for this next singer. She was born in Kansas City, Kansas, but she sang with a gospel group called the Alma Whitney Singers at age 16. But this is her first solo release. Came out on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. Tune written by J.J. Barnes and Walter Weisenhunt and Richard Morris. Her real name was Marva Ann Manning, but she recorded under her married name, Marva Whitney. And this is from June of 1967, the debut single for Marva Whitney on the Federal label. It's called Savin' My Love for My Baby.
Everybody needs somebody to love sometime. Yeah, yeah. Somebody to tell all of your troubles to. And I'm so glad. Yeah, yeah, I got you, baby. Saving my love for my baby. That's why I'm saving my love for my baby. This little boy of mine, he's so doggone fine. Every minute of the day, he's always on my mind. That's why I'm saving. Oh, I'm saving my love for you, baby. You take all of my money, that's the end of the world. I'll take all of the loving that I get from a man. That's why I'm saving. Oh, my love for my baby. Yeah, yeah. No other boy in this whole wide world could ever take my baby's place. I've got a love that's so strong it cannot be erased. That's why I'm saving my love for you, baby. Yeah.
As the debut single there for Marva Whitney from June 67. It's on the Federal Records out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Saving My Love for My Baby. Now, she also had releases on, I guess, the sister label or parent label, King Records also. Johnny G here spinning my Soul 45s here for a Wednesday evening on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. Tell your friends about this program. Nobody does it like Johnny G, so I'm glad you're here and hopefully enjoying the tunes. Up next, let's fill a request for for Harry Riles in our YouTube chat room. This singer born in Forest Bonner, Arizona, Arkansas. Arkansas. AR is Arkansas, Johnny. This is his first of 5 on Hunter Hancock and Roger Davenport's Magnum Records, which was out of Hollywood, California. And this is part 1 of part 2, I guess. But the band leader gets credit here, Jimmy Johnson and his band, but it features Hank Alexander on lead. This charted number 128 on the Billboard Bubbling Under chart, number 16 on the R&B chart, a big number 10 record again on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to November of 1964. By request for Harry Riles in our YouTube chat. I'm also will send this one out to Dennis Fluharty. I know he likes the blues. This is Hank Alexander on lead on Magnum Records. It's called Don't Answer the Door, Part 1.
Woman, I don't want a soul.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
Hanging around my house while I'm not at home.
Shout it out. Shout it all out.
Woman, I don't want a soul.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
Hanging around my house while I'm not at home.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
I don't want you to answer the door for nobody. Hey, 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 child. When you know you're home and you're all alone. I don't want your sister coming by, 'cause the girl talk too much. If the preacher wanna come visit us, tell him you'll meet him Sunday down in church, 'cause I don't want a soul hanging around my house while I'm not at home. 'Cause ain't nobody got no business coming to my house. Hey, 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 child, when you know you're home and you're all alone. If your mother wanna come visit us till I get home about the break of day, and that's too late to visit anybody, so tell your mama please stay away, 'cause I don't want a soul hanging around my house while I'm not at home. I don't want you to answer the door for your mama. Hey, 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 child, when you know you're home and you're all alone. Oh, why don't somebody help me right here?
There you go. That one there by request for Harry Riles in our YouTube chat. Also, we'll send that one out to Dennis Fluharty. That is Jimmy Johnson and his band featuring Hank Alexander on lead. November 1964 released, the first of 5 on the Magnum record label. Don't Answer the Door. I always answer the door, especially when I get record packages in the mail. I am getting a record in the mail on Friday, one that I needed for my collection. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's go back to Philadelphia now for this gal. Her real name, Dionne LaRue, but she recorded as Dee Dee Sharp. She would have 13 releases on the Cameo record label between 1962 and 1966. Let's give a listen to her 9th, a tune written by Bob Crew, Denny Randell, and Sandy Linzer, produced by Charlie Colello. This charted number 28 on WWDC in Washington, D.C. Let's go to September of 1964 for Miss Dee Dee Sharp. Dee Dee Sharp on the Cameo record label. The song is called Good.
I could have
That's Miss Dee Dee Sharp. Dee Dee Sharp from September 64. It's on the Cameo record label, her 9th release for Cameo, song entitled Good. I'm surprised, Mark Speck, you didn't request the flip side, which I know you prefer. Deep Dark Secret, I think, is the side that Mark Speck prefers. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. Now, Adrian is a big fan of the program. Thank you, Adrian, always tuning into the program. And also saying hello to my mom, who's also a big fan. She's watching the show down in the kitchen, on the table, on the tablet. Tablet on the table. She's tuned into the program. So she's reading all your correspondence in the chat room here as we go to East LA now for this group. And their biggest hit was a cover of the Chris Kenner tune, a song called Land of a Thousand Dances, Part 1. But they had lots of releases on both the Whittier and the Chattahoochee record label. And this is on Chattahoochee out of Los Angeles, California, produced by their manager. His name is Eddie Torres. And this is a cover tune. This was first done back in 1953 by Nat King Cole. Let's give a listen to this version done by The Midnighters, requested by Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico. It features Willie Garcia on lead. October 1965, The The Midnighters on Chattahoochee with their rendition of the tune, That's All for Adrian.
I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own is for you and you alone. That's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in the springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a lifetime can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, yeah, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore, for now and evermore. That's all. That's all. That you'll adore, for now and evermore. That's all. That's
As by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, The Midnighters. The Midnighters from October 65. It's on the Chattahoochee record label. A big number 5 record on KELP in El Paso, Texas. Their rendition of the tune, That's All. That's Willie Garcia on lead. They would reissue this in 1969 on the Whittier record label. Let's flip the 45 over, as they did a lot of covers. Now, the flip side is a cover of a tune first done by Tom Jones, if you can guess the tune, but we're going to give a listen to it. All right, there we go. So let's flip the 45 over here. The flip side of The Midnighters, That's All. This is from October 65 on the Chattahoochee record label. Their rendition of the tune, It's Not Unusual, with Willie Garcia on lead.
Not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Oh, I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you should ever wanna be loved by anyone, it's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what you say, you'll find it happens all the time. Love will never do just what you want it to. Why can't this crazy love be more? Not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Whoa, 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 yes, I love you. Yeah, yeah, come back, baby, I need you.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. The Midnighters there. The Midnighters doing the Tom Jones tune, It's Not Unusual, from October 1965. That's the flip side of That's All, Willie Garcia on lead. They did a lot of covers, but you couldn't really call them a cover. They weren't considered a cover band per se, but their records got played there out in California and also down south in Texas. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue here. Let's fill a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, as this group is out of Los Angeles, California, and this group first recorded as Little D and the Bel Airs. That's a 45 I have on the Raft label from 1962. They were David and Reuben Robles. They joined their brother, saxophonist Arthur, to form a group called the Majestics. And they were discovered by a disc jockey, Ruby Marini, who took them to Eddie Davis. He owned the Linda record label, Linda Records, out of Hollywood, California, and they recorded this on Linda, their first of two, written by Chick Carlton, who was a member of the Atlantics on the Faro label. The Faro label, not Fargo, Charlene, Faro. and actually recorded on the flip side of this 45, which is interesting. But this group called the Majestics, not related to any other Majestics group. Let's go to April of 63. The Majestics on the Linda label. I have this on a painted on label styrene, which I hate, but I think it plays okay. This is for Warren Russell, the Majestics with Strange World.
It's a strange world that you live in, and gave you my heart and all my loving, and yet you make me feel like we're drifting apart. Am I a stranger in your heart? Am I a stranger in the dark? Am I a stranger in your heart? It's a strange world that you live in, but I'm gonna love you till the very end, and yet you make me feel like we're drifting apart. Am I a stranger in your heart? Am I a stranger in the dark? Am I a stranger in your and yet you make me feel like we're drifting apart. Am I a stranger in your heart? Am I a stranger in the dark? Am I a stranger in your heart? Am I a stranger, baby? Am I a stranger in your heart? I need you down it and know where you are, baby. I gotta hate you, baby. You know you wanna be mine. Tell me right now, so I won't go
April 1963 release there for the Majestics. That's by request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Strange World is the name of the tune. That's on the Linda record label. That's that's another record I found in the wild, but it was $1, and I'll pay $1 for that record all day long. Johnny G is your Wednesday disc jockey right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio. Thank you all for being here. If you're digging what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up as we continue here. See All 60s edition, and let's go to this gal by the name of Brenda Jones, and I'm guessing that this gal is out of Baltimore, Maryland, because it's on the Rujak record label, which is in Baltimore. And this is not the same Brenda Jones that recorded for the Rust record label with Welton Young as Dean and Jean. She was Brenda Lee Jones. This is just Brenda Jones who co-wrote this tune. We'll send it out to Bob Cruz because he likes anything on the Rujak record label from 1964. Brenda Jones on Rujak. It's called I'm So Afraid.
Let me tell you now, so afraid to fall in love, afraid I'll have to cry. I wanna tell you now, I think that will be true. I know that one of these days, I'm gonna cry just like a Betty and Mary and Sue. That's why I'm so afraid you fall in love. I know I'll just die. I think that will be true. I know that one of these days, I'm gonna cry just like a Betty and Mary and Sue. That's why I'm so afraid you fall in love. I know I'll just die. No, I ain't gonna cry. No, I ain't gonna cry. No, I ain't gonna cry. Yes, I know I'll just die.
Her name is Brenda Jones. Oh, the Copyright Police came out. Holy moly. I haven't seen the Copyright Police for a number of shows now. They just showed their head there lurking around there. That's 1964. That's Brenda Jones. Brenda Jones on the Rujack record label out of Baltimore, Maryland. We'll send that one out to Bob Cruz in Maryland. I'm So Afraid is the name of the tune. Greg Zurich sold me that 45. I think he charged me $30. It's not mint. I guess it plays okay. But Greg would, from time to time, sell me some cool soul 45s, and he wasn't cheap really, but he'd come here. I'd invite him over the house, and I had to play them on my set. When I started buying big records, I had to hear it on my turntables, and I rejected so many because they played so horrible. But I think my turntable is it sounds pretty good. I'm not that I'm boasting about it, but you could ask Dave the Rave. He was here listening to the records up here in the Johnny G studio. He said they were sounding phenomenal. I think you said that, Dave the Rave. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey as we go to the touch of the 70s here for this next 45. This group is out of Brooklyn, New York. They first recorded as the Cat Ties on the Trans Atlas and Cape labels, and then they would become the Relations. This song written and produced by the group members. They were Jackie Robinson, James Small, and the lead singer Robert Burton. Now this is the first label that it came out on. It came out on the Utopia label, which is out of Columbia, South Carolina, and then I think it came out on a Philly label, was called the Lebby label, Lebby, which I have both, by the way, so it was whichever one I found first I was going to play. But anyway, so let's send this one out to listener Bill Olben, New Jersey, 1971, The Relations on Utopia. It's called Don't Let Me Down This Weekend for Bill Olb.
Yeah, she says she's going to be. She wrote me and told me with me. Ooh, baby.
What if she let you down?
touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. That group called The Relations, 1971, featured on the first label Utopia, which is out of Columbia, South Carolina. Now, Charlene tells me I was wrong. Lebby is also out of South Carolina. A song entitled Don't Let Me Down This Weekend. Please don't do that. But that is by request for Bill Olb in New Jersey, who has been a guest collector here on the Vinyltreasure show. He's done 2 gospel specials here on the program. Going to have him back on for a 78 show sometime in the fall, but he will be a guest collector on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. That is with Frank Gingaro, who's in our YouTube chat room, and Gordon Skagberg. And he will have a special show on Sunday, August 18th, 2024, a special show with a tribute honoring the late Wayne Sterling. Actually, part 2. He did a part 1 earlier in the, I forget when it was. Frank will have to tell me when it was the first time. I forget the date. But he will be doing a part 2 on August 18th, 2024. It's a Radio Hofstra, WRHU FM 88.7, also streaming live on WRHU.org. And I'm sure some of you don't know Wayne Sterling, but he was very instrumental with a lot of the records that were re-released in the late 50s and early 60s. It's amazing. I played one of them on my Saturday night show. Baby Oh Baby by the Shells is just one example. But Bill is going to have some great radio air checks and interviews with the likes of Jimmy Beaumont of the Skyliners. These are these are interviews that Wayne Sterling did. So you got to tune into that program on August 18th, 2024 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on WRHU, the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, 88.7 FM, also streaming live on WRHU.org. August 18th with a Frank Gingaro and a Gordon Skagberg. Johnny G here on a Wednesday night as we continue here. And let's fill a request finally for Tony Crosby in the UK as we go to Philadelphia for this next singer. He would later become the lead singer of a group in the 1960s called the Crystal Mansion. But prior to that, he had a couple of solo releases, initially 3 releases on Smash Records, but here's one he did on the Decca label that Tony Crosby requested, a tune written by Leon Huff, produced by Johnny Madera, David White, and arranged by Jimmy the Whiz Wisner. Let's go to September of 1966. Give a listen to Johnny Caswell. Johnny Caswell on the Decca record label for Tony Crosby. It's called You Don't Love Me Anymore.
The moon don't come out much anymore. The sun don't shine much anymore. You are like the moon and the sun. I think your love for me is over and done. Oh, I know done
September 1966 there, filling a request for UK listener Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat. He's up in the wee hours of the morning listening to the Vinyl Treasure Show live. That's Johnny Caswell with an in-demand 45 on the Decca record label, You Don't Love Me Anymore. I think he has another release, I think, which I saw in the box on the Love, L-U-V label from 1967. But Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, he wants Johnny G to flip the 45 over. We'll do an instant request for Mark Speck, although I was going to play the flip side. But I think this is also all tune that was, let me see, Johnny Madera, David White, and Len Barry. Okay, Len Barry, the lead singer of the Dovels, wrote the flip side here. Produced by Madera White Productions, again directed by Jimmy the Whiz Wisner. Instant requests here for listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Go as we flip the 45 over. Johnny Caswell just heard You Don't Love Me Anymore. Here is the flip side from September 66. It's called I Owe You. Johnny Caswell on Decca.
Needed your love.
got a couple pops and whatnot, but beggars cannot be choosy. No, they can't. There you go, an instant request for listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's Johnny Caswell. Johnny Caswell, September 1966, IOU is the name of the tune on the Decca record label. Prior to that, for Tony Crosby, You Don't Love Me Anymore, a in-demand 45 on the Decca label by Johnny Caswell. I'm your host, Johnny G, here on a Wednesday evening. If you're watching this for the first time, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is the first show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. I'll be spinning 78s out of my collection, and we'll start it off with an intro, and I think I got an up-tempo from 57. Then I got a cool record from I think it's 37, I think, but then I flip all the way to 48, and then we play chronologically on that show. So I'm going to end with 1957, and they sound great, those records on 78. I'll increase the weight on the tone arm to 3 grams, and I change the needles. So that's tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'll be back Saturday night right here on YouTube and Oldies and More Radio beginning at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. till midnight. Usually I finished early last week. I finished around 12:30, but I get all requests for that show. I think I had, 50 records, I think, last week. But I could have played more, but I kind of held back there. I sit too long. Johnny G cannot sit too long and get to problems with my legs here. But anyway, let us continue here for a Wednesday evening. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. This trio, originally from Mississippi, started singing gospel as the Seven Seals, then relocated out to Los Angeles, California. Their debut single came out in 1965 on the Bryan label. It would be picked up by Sid Talmadge's Highland record label and became their first of 5 on the Highland record label. But Adrian requested the B-side of their second release, a tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Mike Kirkland. This charted number 5 on KGFJ in Los Angeles. Let's go to May of 1967. Give a listen to Mike and the Sensations for Adrian Viterbo. This is on the Highland record label. It's called There Is Nothing I Can Do About It for Adrian.
Out to get even for what my last girl put me through. You acted so naive, I thought I'd take it out on you. So I handed you the short end of a deal. Revenge was the only thing to cure my ills. Now I need you so, and I'm loving you more and more. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. You told me the truth about myself, and I just sat there and pretended to be deaf. I didn't want to hear it, baby. I never heard the truth. Girl, I must confess, you really shot me down. And when I did, I sank into nothingness. There's nothing I can do about it. Started out to run my game on you. Well, you see, baby, I never intended to be true. But for a girl I thought to be so naive, you sure turned around and made a loving fool of me. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Just like the hunter got captured by the game. There's nothing I can do about it, baby. I didn't want to love you, but there's nothing I can do about it.
That's a by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico. That's Mike. I lost my place. Mike and the Sensations. That is Mike Kirkland on lead, May 1967 on the Highland record label. There is nothing I can do about it. There's really nothing I can do about a Styrene 45 that's kind of worn, but it plays pretty decent. Thank God there's like no, not that much distortion, so at least it's listenable. And this group would also have releases on the Review record label, had 3 releases on the Review record label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go back to the Hickory record label out of Nashville, Tennessee. This gal had 2 releases on the Hickory record label. This is her second. Her name it's Cholie, Chloee, Cholie Harris. Cholie Harris, as the copyright police just come back here. I'm not even playing a record. There you go. March 1965, Cholie Harris on the Hickory record label, written by Frank Thomas. It's called My Daddy Said. That's March 1965 there for Cholie Harris. That's her second release on the Hickory record label out of Nashville, Tennessee. My daddy said today he was not good today. My dad. I take each day as it comes, folks, with my dad. He's 93 years old. When you get up there in that age, it becomes sometimes very tough. And some of the listeners know what Johnny G goes through, but hopefully he'll be better tomorrow. Johnny G here, spinning my 45s here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you have a request, a 60s request or a 50s request, send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If I have the 45, I'll play it. If it doesn't fit the format, though, I will not play it. So, anyways, because I approve or disapprove all requests. That is what I do. But anyway, let's continue here. Fill a request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This singer, originally from Prattville, Alabama, began recording back in 1961 as a member of the Falcons that recorded for the Lupine record label. His first solo release came out in April of 62 on the Correct Tone record label, followed it up with releases on Cub. I think actually Cub picked up one of those Correct Tone releases, and that was in June 62. Then he did 3 on Lloyd Price's Double L label. In 64, he would sign with Atlantic Records. He would have 32 releases through 1972. Now, here is his second release. Actually, Edmund requested both sides of this 45. This is his second release. And there is a female voice in the background that you're going to hear on this song. Her name is Tammy Lynn. She also had her own releases on AFO in 63, and I think she did one on Atco, which I have played here on the program in 65. But Here she is singing with Wilson Pickett. This charted number 14 on KSOL. If you were listening in San Francisco, California, we go to January 1965 for Wilson Pickett on Atlantic Records by request for Edmund Williams. It's called Come Home, Baby.
I know just how bad I've hurt you. Oh, yeah. Let me make it up some way. What can I do just to prove I love you? Should I beg on my knees, baby? Come on. Just come on. Come home, baby. Need your love so bad. Come home, baby. Need you by my side. Baby. I'll be good to you. I promise. I'll do anything you say. Your kiss, I can't go on like this. Treat me bad if you must, baby. Just come on. Come home, baby. Baby, come on. Come home, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Come home, baby. Oh, I need your love so doggone bad. Oh. Just to prove I love you, should I beg on my knees, baby, please? Come on. Come home, baby. Baby, baby. Come home, baby. All of me restless night, I know about you, darling. Baby. Oh, I need your love so bad. Baby, baby.
January 65 release there for Wilson Pickett. Wilson Pickett and the uncredited Tammy Lynn. Tammy Lynn, heard in the background there, song entitled Come Home, Baby. That one there is second release on the Atlantic record label. And Edmund requested the flip side of the 45, so let's flip this over here. This one, a tune written by Wilson Pickett, produced by Bert Burns, arranged by Tico Wilshire. All names that would cause Johnny G to buy the record instantaneously, I should say. Let's go to January 65. The flip over the Wilson Pickett Come Home, Baby. This is for Edmund Williams, Wilson Pickett on Atlantic, with Take a Little Love.
Take a little bit of this love of mine. Oh yeah, you can bet your life you will feel so fine. Oh yeah, love with the burning inside.
That's an A and B side request there for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, January 65, the second release for Wilson Pickett. Not really known for that type of sound, really, I have to say, but that's a cool sound. Wilson Pickett there. Take a Little Love is the name of the tune. And prior to that, we heard Come Home Baby, the A side of the 45. For that's going out to Edmund Williams. Let us continue here. This is another song not really sounding like this gal's music or the majority of her music. She was born in Tryon, North Carolina, North Carolina. She moved to Philadelphia when she was 17 years old. She was teaching piano and playing in bars and singing TV commercials, I think, at the time. Her name was Eunice Kathleen Wayman, but she recorded as Nina Simone, and her biggest hit was her version of I Loves You Porgy. That was in 1959 on the Bethlehem record label. She followed it up with releases on Colpix and also on the Philips label, but she signed with RCA Records in 1967. She had 16 releases on the RCA label through 1971. Let's give a listen to her second. This tune, written by her brother, Sam Wyman. It's produced by Danny Davis, arranged by Sammy Lowe. Let's go to August of 67 for Nina Simone. Nina Simone on RCA Records. The tune is called It Bees, B-E''S, It Bees That Way Sometime. Nina Simone.
When your guy has got his hat and made himself hard to find, it doesn't mean you should go crazy. It could be that way sometime. Find yourself another love who will treat you good and kind. Return the love he gives to you. It also be that way sometime, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does, baby. When you think you found a love and you have peace of mind, somebody else steals his heart. Yes, it also be that way sometime, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does now, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Don't let the problems of this world drive you slowly out of your mind. Just smile, look at the problem and say it bees that way sometime, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does now, baby. Yes, it does, baby. It also be that way sometime. It also be that way. It also be that way.
As Nina Simone, not really known for that type of sound at all. That's from August 67. Nina Simone from, it's on RCA Records, her second release for RCA. It bees that way sometimes. Yes, it is. Sometimes you get good records and sometimes you're out of luck, but it depends. Some of these records are really hard to find. I mean, I just was buying everything at the time, so sometimes I would luck out on a lot of the records, and I go to a lot of flea markets. I remember I graduated in 1976, so I was buying records that were coming out at the time, and again, I'd go to flea markets. My aunt would take me to to multiple flea markets on a Sunday, and I'd come home with records every week. And then, I went to school, and then as I started making more money, then guys started saying, Johnny, you need this record. And I didn't know anything about the 50s stuff at all. I learned it from listening to shows like this one that I think many people are being tuned to. And you don't hear this music. You don't hear this music a lot. You can go to YouTube and you can hear, you can see a picture of it, or you hear it on a CD or whatever. But to collect it, it's not that easy to do. And I've been doing it. I'm going to be 66 in September, so I've been doing it for a long, long time. And sometimes it becomes overwhelming, especially when you go to a record show. Like when I used to go to the Allentown record show, it was all 45s and 78s and LPs, all vinyl. And it's overwhelming because there's so many dealers that would set up. And I would always get things off my want list. It could be soul records, it could be group records, it could be anything. So it's a lot of fun to, and again, it's not everybody can be a record collector, but it is. These are collectibles, and hopefully they'll hold their value, but who knows. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure. Shall we fill a request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat? As this group, originally from Harlem, New York, first recorded for the Redbird record label as the Poets. That was in 1965. Then after 2 releases, they would change their name to the Insiders. They signed with RCA Records. They had 2 releases on the RCA record label. They're good records too. I have featured them here on the program, but they would change their name again one more time to the Main Ingredient. They had some pretty cool records in the 1970s, and here's one, their 4th of 24 releases on the RCA record label, a tune written by Tony Sylvester, Luther Simmons, and the lead singer of the group. His name is Donald McPherson. This charted number 64 on Billboard, number 25 on the R&B chart, a big number 5 record if you were listening to KDKO in Littleton, Colorado. Touch of the 70s again as we go to April 1970 by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. The Main Ingredient on RCA. It's called You've Been My Inspiration. This is for Leonard.
When you found a girl with loving charms, it's mellow, oh yeah, oh yeah. When she runs back into
That's by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the main ingredient. That's Donald McPherson on lead, April 1970. That's their fourth release for RCA Records. You've Been My Inspiration is the name of the tune. Johnny G, your listeners are my inspiration. This is really the only time I get to enjoy my 45s is when I'm doing the show. Can't you tell that I like playing the records as we continue here? Let's go to this next singer from Dallas, Texas. Had 3 overall releases. Well, wait a minute here. On Mala and AGP. This is his first release on the AGP record label. How many of you out there know a song from 1964 on the Smash label called Dang Meat, which is like a country western tune that crossed over to the pop vein? A tune that was done by Roger Miller. Roger Miller did it. But this is an interesting version as done by Sam Hutchins. This tune produced by Tommy Cogbill and Chips Moman. This charted number 51 on WAVZ in New Haven, Connecticut. Of course, he would later become one of the lead singers of the 1970s group, the Masqueraders. He would join that group in the 1970s. But here's a solo release he did from October 1968. Sam Hutchins on the AGP record label, and covering the Roger Miller tune called Dang Me. Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, October 1968 release for Sam Hutchins. Sam Hutchins on AGP Records. Dang Me is the name of the tune as we continue here on the All 60s edition. Now, I was looking for a request for Adrian Viterbo, and I couldn't find it. So I'll find it eventually, Adrian, because you requested the the Sun Glows. I think it was the Sun Glows. Now this group are the Sun Glows. They're out of San Antonio, Texas. They formed back in 1959. First recording in 1960 for the Cool label, which was out of Houston, Texas. A song called "Just a Moment" as Sonny and the Sun Glows. And in 1963, Sonny left the group and formed Sonny and the Sunliners. And they had a big hit with a cover of the Little Willie John tune called "Talk to Me." But here's one out of 1968 that they did on the Key Lock record label, their fourth release for the Key Lock label, which was owned by the lead singer. His name Sonny Ozuna, or is it Ozuna or Azuna? That's going out to Reed King. Sonny Ozuna. And this is a song he wrote. This charted number 14, a number 14 record on KONO in San Antonio, Texas. So, Adrian, in lieu of that, I will find that Sunliners record on what is it? On Sunglow, I think, or the Sunglows. But this is in its replacement for today, 1966, Sonny and the Sunliners. On the Key Lock record label. It's called "Baby, I Apologize."
I apologize with tears in my eyes. I know I'm to blame. I'm sorry, I'm ashamed, baby. I apologize. I better dry my eyes before I regret that we ever met, baby. Baby, if I apologize, I get myself back on the track. Will you take my love? Will you take me back, baby? Baby, tears in my eyes. Oh, baby, take me back. Baby, see the tears in my eyes.
So I hope you like that replacement, Adrian Viterbo there. There you go, Sonny and the Sunliners there, 1966. It's on the Key Lock record label. "Baby, I Apologize" is the name of the tune, and that's another one I found out in the wild there. You know, I buy in quantities is what I used to do. So, and a lot of times, you know, some of the records were sleeves, some of them were not, but a lot of the records that you hear here on the 60s show were found in the wild when I first started, because I'm going through the boxes. I went through I was up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning the other night going through records that I just pulled out of the box. So I checked them on some of the websites to see if there's any action, if people like the songs. And I see that some of these records sell for different prices. And I said, well, I'm going to feature it on the show. So I think maybe many people will like the song. So I hope you're digging on the tunes here. As we continue here, and let's go to back to Berry Gordy Jr.'s A Motown Empire, this time his soul label. This is up next, this pianist, singer, songwriter from Grovetown, Georgia. His real name was Earl Solomon Burrow, but he recorded as Jack Hammer, and he is known as the writer of wait, really, Charlene? A writer of Great Balls of Fire with Otis Blackwell for Jerry Lee Lewis? Okay. First recorded on Decca, also Roulette Cap, Ronex, Empire in the 1950s, and this is in the 50s and early 60s. Now, here's one he did on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul record label. It's a song he wrote. This is produced by Mike Dallin, and this is from September 71. And wow, Miami Santi, you must be in your glory with all these early 70s 45s here. Let's give a listen to Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer from September 71 on the Soul record label. The song is called, it's one word, it's called Swim.
That's how I learned to swim. She didn't need a baby, no, she did it for a whim. My father was a junkie, a low down dirty shame. He left my mother nothing, and he didn't leave me his name. You gotta swim, baby, swim, swim the ocean wide. You gotta swim, baby, swim, swim against the tide. You gotta swim, swim, swim. Lived in a commune. She caught the floopy doopy and brought it to my room. I took her to the doctor. He tried to make her well. There'll be tomorrow morning a new face down in hell. You gotta swim, baby, swim, swim against the tide. You gotta swim, baby, swim, swim the ocean wide. You gotta swim, swim, swim. By your side. My lawyer tried to free me last time I went to jail. Telephone my woman if she would go my bail. My woman laughed and told me, got myself another man. You can't do 100 years, just do the best you can. You gotta swim, swim, swim against the tide. You gotta swim, baby, swim, swim the ocean wide. You gotta swim, 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 with nobody by your side. Swim, you gotta swim now. You gotta swim, girl. Oh, swim.
As him playing the piano there, I tell you, I was looking through, if you notice, a lot of the records, did I play a lot of records with the H? I had an H box up here. I said, let me go through this H box. Let me see if there's anything decent in this box. So that's what I did. I started, and I had to clean them. I was cleaning them late last night, and then I had some more. I told you, I had some more records over here to go through. Mark, you know this one here by the Jolly Jacks. I don't know if it's a funk record. It's called Tippy Tina. The Jolly Jacks on the Cookin' label. And what did I pay? I paid $1 for this record. So I don't know what it sells for. You can check it out. The Jolly Jacks, JOLLYJAX on the Cookin' label. Let me know what that sells for. But I had a bunch over there that I didn't get a chance to go through. See these records here. So I was going to listen to them to see if they had any. There was that one. Who's this? Lee Jackson on Atlantic. This one might be a good record. You know this one here? It's on the Gino label by Jesse and the Crystals. I don't know. Maybe this one too. Her name is Betty James on Chess. It's called I'm a Little Mixed Up. This one looked interesting too. Mary Johnson, Hard Forgetting Memories. Here's another, this is the Jives. This must be Tex-Mex. The Jives on Teardrop. I didn't get a chance to test them out because I said it was getting too late, and I said, Charlene, I got to hurry up and program the show here. And Charlene helped me today, so she helped me with the research, and I tell her record number 1 through whatever, so she puts the research in order, and then I do this is my cheat sheet. I do a cheat sheet here, see? So here's another one. Walter Jackson. I think that's a good record, Dave the Rave. Opportunity. Here's another one I bought. I bought this from Ken Thompson, but I paid money for this one. It's on Hawthorne Records. Joanne Jackson and the Dreams. It's called Georgie Porgy, backed with the Mob. Here, there's another Walter Jackson. So I didn't hear these. Here's another one here. You know Willie Jones? I think he was a member of, I played a Willie Jones on Mr. Peak. Here's another one. Willie Jones on the Upset label. But I paid for this one. It says $38, but this was from Ralph Barton. I think he gave me like a 40% discount. And the last one here I had, but I had some more. Joanne and the Triangles. I'm sure, Reed, you have this one on VIP, but I don't know how good it is. I didn't test these out. So they were possibles to play on the show today. But anyway, so I digress. Let us continue here. And here's one I found in the wild on the cheap. This singer, born in Inverness, Mississippi, he was discovered by Ike Turner, who brought him to Sam Phillips' Sun record label. That was back in 1954. And he also recorded for the Meteor label in 57. He had his releases on Bobbin Records in 58. That's a label out of St. Louis. And then he signed with the Checker label in 1961. He had about 32 releases on the Checker label between 61 and 76. His real name was James Milton Campbell Jr., but he recorded as Little Milton. So let's give a listen to his 11th release on the Checker label, written by Carl Smith, Reinhard Miner, and arranged by Phil Wright. Is that correct? I don't know about that. Yes, it is correct, Charlene. I'm sorry. This was number 28, a number 28 record on WABQ in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to August 1965 for Little Milton. Little Milton on the Checker label. It's called Help Me, Help You. Little Milton.
Help me, help you. I'm just a helpless man. You gotta help me or help you. When I'm down, feeling low, your sweet kisses give me that get up and go. Everything's so easy when there's two. Please help me help you. As long as you by my side, it's gonna help me or help you. A man's got to have a guide. Baby, please help me help you. I'm out working every day. Your morning love make work like play. Everything's so easy when there's two. Please help me help you. Now I can go so far for only so long before loneliness starts to appear. But if I be true and keep you happy, baby, I'll always have your love right here. Baby, please stand by my side. You gotta help me or help you. I tell you, a man gotta have a guide. Now, baby, help me or help you. When I'm down, feeling low, your love and kisses give me that get up and go. Everything is so easy when there's two. So please help me help you. When I'm low, feeling down, your love and kisses, they just bring me around. Everything's so easy when there's two. So please help me help you. Help me, baby. Lend a hand. Help me, baby, to understand. I'm so helpless without you. Yes, I am now. Help me, baby.
Boy, I got caught. Johnny G got caught here. Hold on a second. That's what happens with an amateur disc jockey. I'm only an amateur, folks. I'm not a professional. There you go. The sound of Little Milton there, his 11th release on the Checker record label from August 1965. Help Me Help You is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This singer born in Albany, Georgia, but raised in Greenville, Florida. He was partially blind at age 5, but then by age 7, completely blind due to glaucoma. Now, he studied classical piano and clarinet at the State School for the Deaf and Blind back in 1937 through 1945. First recorded for the Downbeat label in 1949, which would later become Swing Time Records, which signed with Atlantic in 1952, had about 28 releases for, so Charlene, 28 on Atlantic or 28 on ABC? I would think on ABC. This is his 5th for the ABC record label, a tune written by Quincy Jones and Alan and Marilyn Bergen. Now, this was from, how many saw a motion picture called In the Heat of the Night? It says on the label, United Artists picture, In the Heat of the Night. I wonder who starred in that picture. I would have put that information on here. But anyway, this charted number 33 on Billboard, number 21 on the R&B chart, number 4 if you were listening to WCHB in Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to August of 1967. This record is whipped. So this is definitely a freebie record I got somewhere. This is for Edmund Williams, Ray Charles, and I don't know the gals, maybe the Raylettes have to be backing them up on this. Ray Charles on ABC Records with the theme song to that movie. It's called In the Heat of the Night for Edmund.
Seems like a cold sweat creeping across my brow. Oh, yes. In the heat of the night, I'm a feeling motherless somehow. Stars with evil eyes stare from the skies, all mean and bright. Ain't a woman yet been born knows how to make the morning call. It's so hard to keep control when I sell my soul for just a little light. In the heat of the night, I've got trouble wall to wall. Oh, yes, I have. I repeat in the night. Must be an ending to it all. Hold on, it won't be long. Yes, just you be strong, and it'll be all right. In the heat of the night.
Yeah, motion picture. We'll call it motion picture music there. That one there going out to Edmund Williams there. Ray Charles, I guess the Raylettes backing him up there. You heard that in August 1967. It's on the ABC record label. In the Heat of the Night is the name of the tune. We have had sweltering heat here on the East Coast. I think really on other parts of the United States also getting heat waves here. Let us continue here. And this next singer goes by the name of Tony Harrison. This is on Jackie Down's Commerce label, which is out of Hollywood, California. And this song written by the singer, Tony Harrison here. And is it 1964, Charlene? I guess. I don't know. I didn't see if there was a Delta in the Dead Wax. Maybe this is a Monarch press. But I didn't check the date here. This is from 64. Let's give a listen to Tony Harrison. It's on Commerce Records, a record I paid $1 for. It's called Sad Occasion. Tony Harrison.
I had a date last night. Come on and let me tell you about it. I had a date last night. Come on and let me tell you about it. We had to sneak out the back door, and man, we did the lickety split. Right around the corner, came upon a swinging place. Right around the corner, came upon a swinging place. And as we stepped in the front door, another fella he took my date. You talking about a sad occasion? Sad occasion was a sad occasion. Sad occasion was a real sad occasion. We stepped out that back door. Yeah! Ow!
Sounds like they're saying Saturday, but it's Sad Occasion is the name of the tune. 1964, Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison's his name. It's on Commerce Records out of Hollywood, California. Sad Occasion is the name of the tune. But every Wednesday is not a sad occasion, not when you're tuned in, excuse me, to the Vinyl Treasure Show with your host, Johnny G. If you have a request, please send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the email address for all correspondence with your host, Johnny G. Let's continue here. We go to Brooklyn, New York for the sound of the Jive Five. They started recording in 1961 for Belltone Records, but recorded for other labels, United Artists, Decca, and this label, Musicore. And this is a 45 that my Aunt Mary purchased back in 1968. She introduced me to this record when I was 10 years old. It's their third release on the Musicore record label, written, arranged, and conducted by Richie Adams. Richie Adams, he was the lead singer of the Fireflies. They had a big hit in 1959 with You Were Mine. This is produced by Otis Pollard. It features Eugene Pitt on lead. This bubbled under on the Billboard charts at number 119, was number 34 on the R&B charts, but was a big number 15 record here in New York City on WWRL. Let's go back to March 1968 for Eugene Pitt and the Jive Five on the Musicore record label. It's called Sugar, parentheses, Don't Take Away My Candy, the Jive Five.
Baby, I wanna tell you that I love you, but you know that it ain't so bad. I've got a sweet tooth driving me crazy. It's got me uptight. I don't sleep nights. I just keep on tasting strawberry kisses from lips that I'm craving. Since I've been all out, I've been without all your sweet, sweet love. Sugar, sugar, don't take away my candy. Sugar, sugar,
That's the sound of the Jive Five here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's March of 1968. That's on Musicorps Records. Sugar Don't Take Away My Candy. Great tune there, Eugene Pitt and the Jive Five. That's a vinyl press. Usually when you get that record, it's at least here on the East Coast, it's all styrene. I forget where I got that. It's got a BB hole in it, but I don't care. You want vinyl in all cases. Well, I don't want to. Well, I don't know if I want to say all cases, but 99.9 of the cases, you want a vinyl press. Johnny G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Thank you all for sticking around and being here as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And Mark Speck, I played the flip side of this on last week's show, so I played it already. And a song called You Got to Look Up. This group included Doc Green, Tommy Evans, Johnny Moore, who's the lead singer, and Charles Hughes, collectively known as the Drapers, not related to any other Drapers group, but essentially all these members of the group were members of the Drifters, and presumably their manager was Lover Patterson, and this is their only release that they did on George Gollner's G record label. It's a great two-sided 45. This side also, again, produced by Richard Barrett. He was previously the lead singer of the Valentines, one of my favorite groups from the 1950s. But let's go to December of 62 with a flip side from last week. The Drapers on G with Johnny Moore on lead. It's called, in parentheses, it says, I Know Your Love Has Gone Away. The Drapers.
Has gone away. Your love has gone away. There'll be no more walking you home. There'll be no more calls on the phone. And I know your love has gone away. Your love has gone away. Your love has gone away. There'll be no more holding you tight. There'll be no more kissing goodnight. And I know your love has gone away. Your love has gone away. Your love has gone away. Why did you have to break my heart?
They're called the Drapers. That's Johnny Moore on lead, so they sound like the Drifters, don't they? But there's December 62. It's on the George Gollner's G records there. Forgot to mention that. I Know, that's in parentheses, Your Love Has Gone Away. Two more 45s to go before Johnny G signs off here. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We go out to California now for this next 45. Now, I did not get this one on the cheap, so I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. And I forget what I paid, but it was somewhere, it was three figures, low three figures, I think, for this record. It's on Lee Cohen's Star Records out of Hollywood, California. Now, the lead singer, she's 19-year-old Joanie Lions. Now, earlier in 1963, she sang in a duet with Tommy Dotson on his Dotson label, a song called Don't Lie to Me, but she re-recorded it later in the year as a solo with her group called the Hitchhikers, but I'm playing the intended B-side of the 45, so that's on the flip side of this, by the way. This side written by Tommy Dotson, and it's on the Star label. Let's go to November of 63 for Joanie Lions and the Hitchhikers. It's called The Loving Kind. Joanie Lions and the Hitchhikers. There you go, from November 1963, the sound of Joanie Lions and the Hitchhikers there on the Star record label, The Loving Kind. Spence Wooten, he would bring me records every week, and I would test them out. He would actually drop them off here, in those white boxes you get from Bags Unlimited, the 45 boxes. So he would leave them here. He says, Johnny, I'll be back next week. Let me know which ones you want, and if you need any price adjustments. I don't think I was able to adjust that price. I think it was like $200 or so, something in that range for that record there, but it was a nice mint copy of that promo 45, so I took it. But anyway, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool soul 45s out of my collection. If you have a request or you want to get in touch with the disc jockey, send me an email at vinyltreasures, Scott. It's called vinyltreasures@aol.com. And again, if I have the 45, I'll play it. Again, I have to be careful what I play because the copyright police, they will shut me down in a minute, so I can't play big hits. So don't ask for Elvis Presley or the Rolling Stones or Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding, because those were big #1 hits. They're gonna get me pinched here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So gotta play, and it doesn't have to be obscurities. Sometimes, some people are surprised. They give me a little bit of leeway, I think, because I have a lot of subscribers and I'm on for a number of hours, of course. So I think YouTube gives me a little bit of leeway, they tell me. But anyway, so we've really built up the show. There's lots of people that tune into the program, if not on the live stream, because a lot of the people, I'm surprised Tony Crosby in the UK and Mark Himphin on my 50 show and other people that are up in the wee hour. It's early morning there over in the UK, so I know they may like many of the records that I feature here on the program. So that's a good thing. But at least you can always see it on the archive. Sometimes I have to remove the record because the owners and YouTube with the laws and all that. Listen, I'm promoting their records, and some of them are really great about it because they'd be able to share in the revenue, but I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it for the enjoyment of sharing my collection with the listeners of the Vinyl Treasure Show. So thank you again, those of you that have subscribed and those of you that have approved of the show. And I want you to come back. You should come back. I'll be back next Wednesday night right here on YouTube. Excuse me, also on Oldies and More Radio. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the All 78 show. So if you like the sound of 78s, mostly vocal groups with some blues and some R&B stuff, with up-tempo stuff, which should be good. And then we'll be back Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the 50 show. I play those records, and tomorrow by year. So I'm not going to mix a 1964 with a 1952. It just doesn't work in my book. I just like to see how the music progressed in those years. But anyway, our closer tonight is, I think I paid $100 for this record from Barry Saltz, if I'm not mistaken. I have a photographic memory, as some of you know. But this singer from Memphis, Tennessee, recorded. This is on the Stax label. His name is Eddie Jefferson. He only had 2 releases. He had this one and another one on the Gold Wax label. I don't know if I have that from November of '66, but this is a song he wrote. Supposedly, he signed a contract with Gold Wax for a 6-side deal, but it never materialized, so he only ended up with 1. But this is his first record from February '64. His name is Eddie Jefferson on Stax Records. It's called Uh-Oh, parentheses, I'm in Love Again. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Charlene. Excellent job on the research and assisting me with the show this afternoon. I couldn't do the show without Charlene. She was out because of a power outage and internet outage with a hurricane down in Texas when they had it, a few weeks ago, and I was like lost to do the show. It was almost like I had to cancel it because I couldn't do it. But Charlene is so instrumental with helping Johnny G prepare for the show. But that's it, folks. If you missed any of the program, it'll be up momentarily on YouTube, or you can go to vinyltreasures.net. I haven't put, I don't know how many shows on there in a while. It's been about, I think I got to put like 6 or 7 shows, at least I haven't put for the last couple of weeks. So give me a little time because I'm very busy. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And thank you all 594 that tuned in to the program today. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is Eddie Jefferson.
Fall in love with Some people talk you, they see me cry. Rather than hurt you, my darling, I will die. But I can't stand to hear them talk